Hello guys, in this video we will see how to transfer files from the target machine using the same socket that we have created. Again, the idea of coding a low-level file transfer instead of using protocols like FTP is to avoid detection. Instead of making new channels and new connection each time we want to transfer a file, that could bring attention. Instead, we can transfer the file within the same channel. Now, from now on, if the code is too long and requires too much typing, I will save your time and explain the code line by line instead of typing it. Remember that all the codes are downloadable, and let's get started with the server side. So I have added a new if statement to catch the user input. If the user input contains a grab keyword, then this is not a normal command. It indicates that we are about to transfer a file, and therefore we need to call the transfer function and pass the TCP connection ID as well as the command. Now keep in mind that both the server and the client must agree on this string or format to make it work. The syntax or the format that I have picked up is the following. It's gonna be grab, then star, then the path of the file that we want to grab. Okay, now on the client side, if we received a grab string, then we will split the command into two sections based on the asterisk on the or the star. Again, the command format must be the same on the client and the server. So after splitting the string into two sections, like this, so this is the first section and this is the second section. The second section contains the path of the file that we want to transfer, and that section we will store it in a variable called path. Afterwards, we use the exception handling just to avoid any unexpected error that might happen during the transfer and could crash the script. So under try, I will call the transfer function and also pass the TCP session as well as the path of the file. If we got any exception for somehow or for some reason, then we will just pass and continue the execution of the script normally. Okay, so let's talk about the transfer function that will do the actual job. So the first thing that we do is to check if the requested file does exist in the first place. And we will be using the OS or operating system model to do so. So if the file does not exist, then we're gonna immediately send that the file does not exist to the Kali side. However, if the file does exist, then we will read the file as pieces or chunks, where each chunk or each piece has a value of 1 kilobyte. And we will create a loop until we reach the end of the file. During the loop, we will send 1 kilobyte of the file to the Kali side and then read the next 1 kilobyte of the file. When we finish the transfer, we need a way to tell the Kali Linux that this is the end of the file. And this challenge can be solved by adding a new flag to indicate that this is the end of the file. And that indicator is the done keyword. Now on the server side, the transfer function will start by getting the file path. And then we create a local file in order to save the received bytes. And here I just picked up the desktop directory. Then we create a loop, and each time we receive 1 kilobyte of the data, we're gonna write the received bytes into our file. However, if the last string that we received was done, then this means that this is the end of the file. So we're gonna write the last 1 kilobyte, but without the done string. This is because the done is just a flag to indicate that this is the end of the file, but it's not a part of the file. The -4 here, it will slice or cut off the last 4 bytes, which are the D, O, and E letters. Eventually, we're gonna close the file and print out that the transfer has been completed and break the loop. If we were unable to find the file, then we will print out that we are unable to find the file and then also break the loop. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a quick try, and I will start the scripts on the Kali site first and then we go to the client. Okay, so let's do, and because it's Windows we should do directory instead of ls. Okay, so let's try and grab this file, which is video.mp4. So I will go ahead and do, remember, grab, then star, then the file that we want to get, which is video.mp4. And as soon as we do that, notice here on the desktop, the file has been transferred. So let's go ahead and try to run this one. And it looks like it's working. Let's navigate to the end of the file. Okay, let's try to get another one, and this scenario I will try with different extension. Let's go and get the image .jpg, and here we go again. The file has been transferred. Okay, perfect. And just last step is to terminate, for example, before doing that, let's just test the functionality of the normal shell to make sure that it's still fully functional. And as you can see, it's still working. Okay, so let's terminate the session. Okay guys, I hope that this video has been informative for you, and thanks for watching.